Hi everyone. Tiny bit furious at how long it took YouTube to recognize that I had started streaming. This is allegedly low latency mode and closed captioning should be working again. Sorry about the delay on that. I am not sure what happened. Yeah, a little bit annoyed right now at YouTube and at OBS, but sorry about the delay. Welcome on in. I hope everyone is having a good day. Hey Connor, how are you doing, man? I think I'm gonna cut doing the intros from these videos since these are meant to be more like, hey, we're just hanging out and, doing stuff. It's not meant to be like the tutorial video. So I think we're gonna cut the intro. We'll say, though, thanks to the Patreons for their support. Alright, that means I guess I should switch over to this window. And, you might notice I've added in the Visual Studio 2022 intro thingy. Also, really quickly, I forgot to post I've actually gone live now on both and everything. So let me do that really quickly. Yay, posting things to social media. Oh, this new chat setup, I can't read what you posted. Boink. I'm good. How's your day other than these issues? Going quite well, actually. Going quite well. Alright, so, recorded a few videos today. Did some teaching. A little bit tired, but I don't see Paul in general. Sorry, I got busy trying to get the chat to open up that I forgot to actually hit enter and switch over to Twitter. And got very confused as to why Twitter hadn't loaded. Alright. Alright, posted there. And, one other location. Okay. So, let's get this loaded up. And if anyone's curious about the batch builder, it gives you different options on how to build the engine. This also is a different color than the one used, with 4, I thought. I thought it was no, it's matching the dark theme. I was testing it when I had it light theme. So for part of the tutorial series, I'm showing people how to set up Visual Studio slightly for Unreal. Alright, let's run the development editor, see what it looks like, see where we left off. I did look at this earlier today, but I looked at it like at 6, 7 a.m., so sorry about that. How is the music volume in comparison to my voice as I go silent? Well, it lags on 93% again. Of course, it's metadata this time. It used to be terrain map at 93%, so I guess I can't complain too much. Boink. So, I did a few programming classes when I was younger, and a few during my graduate school time as well. Mostly focused on AI programming and statistical analysis, though. So I did stuff like looked at how to get MATLAB So I'm oh-godding the fact that how loud that sounded to me in my own ears. And I noticed the little meter thingy went into the red. How to get MATLAB to analyze pictures to determine where certain colors were. So I think one we were looking for red. So actually, I'm planning if I can figure out how to actually do the mechanical side of it. Not an adventure I want to do on YouTube. I'm not sure I have the confidence to fail that badly on YouTube yet, in terms of failing a task. I mean, I failed some tasks here before, and have lost some stuff along the way. But anyway, I was way off track to answer that question. So I did things like that, learned about machine imaging, and I'm not sure what imaging is. Sounds like I'm trying to say Imgur or Imager. And learned how to do machine imaging, which required programming. And for the game side of it, it was just learning what the limitations of the engine were and learning little tricks about it and things to watch out for, reading the documentation. And then guesswork and planning out and guesswork a bit, because sometimes I say guesswork because you have to iterate. All right, I really do not remember. I know we completed a set of things. We completed, actually, I think the entire widget. Let's take a quick look, make sure I'm right about that. So I actually learned Unity first. I can get rid of that print string. All right, looks like those things are working. That's working. That is not working correctly. All right, let's take a look at that one more time. So I'm going to hit Alt-P to get us back into the thing. So what wasn't working is there was a bit of a flicker. And I remember we got that flicker, but I thought we had addressed it. So we're going to go back and check that regardless. But I'm just going to confirm that the flicker is not what I thought it was last time, which was the decreased stamina conflicting with the death animation, or the take injury animation. The death one definitely overrid everything there at the end, but it did flicker a crap ton. So we're going to take some damage, take some more, and dead. Okay, so I didn't get any flicker there. Looks like I got flashbanged. I can actually see that. So it's supposed to have. So I'm doing massive amounts of damage. I'm only hitting 4 times. So every time I hit the space bar, it does 25% of my health away. So what's supposed to happen is as you take more damage, your screen gets darker and darker to represent just something happening. It's a placeholder. I can put other things in the future, but for now, it is a placeholder. And I would like to change how much that thing, whatever we put there, affects the screen. So for now, what I'm doing to represent that is changing the opacity, just so we get that sort of feel. And that's a design choice, which I don't know why I'm making that design choice, but hey, I've made it. I'm just saying that mocking myself, not trying to sound like I'm being a dick to anyone in the audience. That is me legitimately just mocking myself and whatever choice I make, because I'm not confident in them sometimes. Oh, I want to do it one more time. Hang on. So F11, Alt-P, and here we go. I was way too early about that. Okay. So bouncy, damage. Okay, yeah, so there is conflict between the two. Okay, let's go hunt down where that's taking place. That'll be taking place technically in the widget, but, and this is the thing, first off, let's just go take a look at the blueprint side of the widget. My butt there was... is it how we're calling it, and where we call it, and what we're using to call it, what the method, the technique in which we call that functions. I know we don't actually call it in here, but we have this. Well, these two. Now, thank you. That's why I was doing this series originally. I realized I wasn't doing it, so I'm trying to practice saying these things out loud, which is why I'm a little bit awkward, because I'm never actually really said the thought process going on in my head. I'm already a bit further in my thought process, but it's making me question myself and make me re-examine actually. So I think this is actually helping me, my process. So actually, we also have to consider these two events too. Now, yes, we're calling them here. I can delete these and we'll have the same effect. Because all we're doing here is we're calling this event in this widget. This is calling our C++ class. It's already inheriting this thing. So I could get rid of this. Now the only problem is I say get rid of this. I can't do that. That will cause a bug. But what I could do is that. Because now I'm not calling an override. If I do this, I'm saying, hey, I'm going to override this thing. And my override is to do nothing. Now, in the C++ side of this in Unreal, we would call super. So I have nothing in here I can debug, at least in terms of the code, because I'd have to go into the C++. I'll do that in a moment. But first, because I'm already on the Blueprint side of things, yeah, you can literally just delete the two nodes. Really quickly on that, I'm going to segue because I was talking about this today, and I like bringing this up. Okay, sorry. It's a bit of a jerk reason I like bringing this up, though, but... Alright, now, I'm streaming, so my frame rates are going to be a bit me right now. Also, I should probably have turned them on first, because I can never remember the console command for it. Because you don't have to memorize stuff. You can always just Google it. And that's a little bit sad that I'm saying that, but... there we go. So I'm at 90 frames right now, right? And there are a few actors on the screen. Oh yeah, I can't walk backwards right now. There's the cubes over here, and our lovely, thank you, our lovely friend right over there. Oh god, dang it. My footprints are backwards, I know. I'll worry about that later. And that actor over there. I wanted to point out those things. So we're about 100 FPS. My latency is a bit meh. I'm not happy about that, but whatevs. Right? All right, I'm gonna just really quickly. Wow, I'm lagging on my side there. Create a new actor. And this will be BP empty actor demo. All right, now I'm just gonna drop empty actor demo here. You can see it's on the map, right? It's on the map. I'm gonna hit play. Now I'm not gonna move around this time. I'm just gonna eject from the character. Once it starts, this always takes for ages. Okay, so F8 to eject. So I can now move around, and there's a character I was inhabiting. The widget's still owned by the camera, so we're getting the widget with us. And look, in our world is still this empty demo actor that we placed a moment ago. Now I'm going to repossess my character by hitting F8, and I'm going to go to full screen like I was earlier though. Notice I am roughly at the same frame rate as I was before, about 90 FPS, right? The actor is over there. I didn't move around, I lied, I guess, but I'm not going to move around as much. Right, now what I'm going to do is we're just going to go into the event graph here, right? Oh, sorry, no, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to do one other thing. We're just going to create we're going to delete this, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to create another actor called BP empty actor spawner. And I'm going to add the word demo at the end so I know to delete this thing. And in here, what we're going to do is we're just going to create a collision volume. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to do that. We're just going to do event begin play. Spawn actor from class. Number of actors. I'm going to blame it on the fact that I didn't have lunch today. It says under the list of actors how many actors we have. We have 52 right now. It's going to go up a bit anyway because of, well, all the things in the background. It says quickly, yes, play an editor anyway. The thing doesn't even get called. If it places it in the world. All right, there are 64 actors when we're live right now. And we've deleted the demo thing. Yeah, we deleted the demo thing. All right, so what we're gonna do here is spawn BP empty demo. We're gonna spawn this at an empty transformation. I did not mean to do that. I mean, that could actually work, but. Transportation, I said transform. empty transform, we will set our collision to always spawn. So we'll always spawn, ignore collision. Actually, we're going to break this. We're going to move this here, and we want to loop this. All right. Now, what we're going to do is, it's not a for each loop, sorry. For loop. All right. We're going to start. We don't need the loop body. We don't need the index. We don't need to worry about complete. We just need the loop body and our last index, which in this case will promote to a variable for this demonstration of number to spawn. So we are going to use this to spawn, and we're going to make this instance editable. We're going to make this spawn our empty actor, which we've done nothing in, right? Okay, let's grab this sucker. Let's drop it here, and we're going to set our number to spawn to be 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. I think that's a good number. Also, I have a Lucasade. I rarely have Lucasade. I like Lucasade, and I'm going to have it. I'm sad it's the sugar-free one, though. All right, notice. Wow. I'm actually at a higher FPS right now with 10,066 actors in the game. I'm also not on full screen, so let's go full screen and see what happens. I actually didn't expect this to go up. That is not... Okay, 90 again. We're at our 90 mark. Okay. Give me a little bit of a heart attack there. You're doing the reverse. All right, on event tick, what we're going to do is we're just going to add in a Boolean check, which we will set to, well, we don't need to do anything. We're just saying, hey, Boolean check, right? Running no code, right? Okay. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay. All right, it spawned 10,000 actors still. But notice my FPS. Right. I'm just going to make sure that that wasn't due to whatever just happened with that. What we're going to do is we're just going to do int plus int. Oh, no, not intersection. I want an increment. Increment int. We're just going to take a simple int. We'll put this to a variable and call this simple int. Yeah. We're going to make it the number 0. So just going to count up. It's going to count up every frame. No, the actor is not being rendered. There's no... Oh, God. I don't know what has happened there. Was I already in play mode, or did I hit play by accident? All right. The actor has no mesh. It just has a decal that we can see in the editor when we're not in play mode. It is not rendered in. Again, notice that my frame rate's there, right? So, okay, well, clearly that's the only change we've made. I showed you incrementally that the frame rate stayed the same, except for that one where it went up for some reason, until I put something on that tick. Let's remove this. That node no longer has anything running on it, right? Look at my frame rate, still in that 20 range. Getting to a 30 a bit, but... Now, let's do that one more time by deleting that node. I'm actually a bit concerned how long that's taking. There we go. And then when I came up to 7 when it started. Oh, God. Back in our 90 range. So when you delete nodes like that, it's if there's code to be run by a parent, it will run it. But when you call it and have nothing there, it's getting queued up. Please delete. I do not want this on the map. Thank you. my god, it was a little bit painful to watch my computer die. So it's, because what's happening is when you're on tick, you're doing a calculation at the core tick. So however many calculations you can do in that time kind of thing. And you're asking it when you have a node active. Doesn't matter what the node really is. If a node is on the screen and it's not grayed out, it's not true. Sorry, let me walk back what I was saying there. That is inaccurate. If it is a tick-based node, so tick, timers that aren't inactive, axes inputs, so not input events, but one you like move the mouse or a joystick or something like that, or a VR headset, all get called up every frame. And if that node isn't grayed out, it's getting added to a list to check, does this thing have code to run? Now, allegedly, well, in C++, at least, what happens if there's code like that, nope, I take that back. It's still getting called in the parent, potentially. You can override it just by having an empty thing. But it still works better in C++ either way. All right, what I need to do is go to the player, going back to the debugging. Sorry about that. Are you actually a child of the character base? Yes, you are. Let's get character base open just in case I need you. I do not need you because you did not open in editor mode, meaning I made no difference. Oh, as for being CPU intensive, yeah, it's because it's happening on every tick of the CPU, or if you're using CUDA on your GPU, but I am not using CUDA for this. I do not know how to do that in Unreal properly. Well, I do, but I just don't know how to do it for what I want for this. I can do it with other things. Why is this here? Oh, I was trying to do something, wasn't I? I think. Okay, that is unrelated to what I'm looking for right now. Okay, actually, I'm really bugged by this. Where are you called? Is there a C++ version of you? Why can't I see find references? There we go. Okay, let's look a bit wider. You are called in Test Warehouse, but you do nothing according to this. And you are called in Mag Activation. Let's just pop over to Test Warehouse really quickly. You are plugged in. What are you doing? You are setting true. Cool. What about you? You are setting false. Cool. You are actually being called. Why are you working if you're not plugged in? Is there a C++ version of you? There must be. Very quickly, I'm going to check. I said we'd do C++ later, but come on. Come on. What class are we in? BP player, so that's character base. Set mag boots active. Yes, because I already had the function doing the thing. That's what we ended with last time. Why do you exist? Okay. Where is it in use? Oh, yeah. Literally was just looking at them. Okay. No. You're not in use there, technically. Yeah, no one's using you. What? Okay, so why it's not being used? This is calling a interface, which is written in C++. This one right here. And in particular, what are we looking for? We're looking for set mag boots active. Jesus, that was hard to say for some reason. Set call get mag boots active. Trigger set mag boots active. Okay. No, the entire function shouldn't exist. So we're calling trigger set mag boots active. All right. So that's what's being called here. Not so again. Why is my phone vibrating like an Uber's just arrived? That is like... Why is my phone vibrating at all? It says it's silent. Let me just fix that, because that's going to get annoying. So this and this node are both calling this, which taken the be active argument, which we see here. This interface is being triggered in BP player. So go to BP player. It isn't calling this. Oh, wait. BP player. Technically it is, because this is an override. All right, you know what? Fuck. That's not what I meant to do. Sorry for swearing. All right, let's see if this works. Sorry, the error popped up from the other window. You have access to it though. Oh, you were not supposed to be calling that. It was in use. Hey, bad. Well, this is already BP player, so why does it matter? Yeah, we're gonna do this completely differently. Oh, this is just a prototype. I don't care. Yeah, no, I know to do that differently. Cool. Right. So I was calling the wrong function. That can go into there, and that can go into there, and that can get deleted. All right. That is not gonna fix the other thing. That was just some random thing I saw. Are you on U? Yes, I am on UE5. Is it? And it is the new interface. So this is UE5 in its default mode, I guess. I don't think I selected dark mode versus light mode. Does UE have a light mode? Yes, it does. Wrong thing. I want editor preferences. I mean, you have theme settings kind of there, but that was the wrong word. Oh, it only has dark by default. Hey, you can make your own. I didn't even know you need to close whatever I just closed there. I'm going to be doing a UE5 start to finish sort of beginner series of getting everything set up and doing a few games, which I do the stuff for on Saturdays. I've been following your survival tutorials here, so I got to read the rest of the message, sorry. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm up to the inventory part. It's really informative and probably one of the best tutorials I found on YouTube. Thank you very much, by the way, for that. Sorry, I only read half the first sentence of the message and missed the rest of that. Sometimes I get distracted, as you can tell. Like, we started our chase for this code issue. Also, why do you still exist? And again, we're off on another wild chase of why does this thing exist? I am... okay. That's why you exist. Oh, I hate you right now, bit of code. You are evil, and I hate you. Right. So, UI. Find where I put my debug stuff. It's usually up here. Spacebar. Okay. Cool. Thanks for taking me right to the C++ code, because clearly it's going to be in the C++. You know, I forgot to take my headset out from when I was downstairs, and I was wondering what was digging into my leg. It's the dang headset. Okay. that window can go away. Sorry, I have the error window up still. All right. So we set the current health between whatever comes out of here. If it's between 0 and max. If the current is under 0 or equal to 0, then we check, can we use this interface? Now we've set that when we init the component. I'm sure I had a reason for having the... Oh, I know why it's on there. I know why that's up there. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just me being a bit anal, and I probably could get away with calling this up here or this down here. It probably wouldn't matter. But I get why I thought it would. And that's terrifying, because I don't agree with that reason. I'm also too afraid to change it right now, because I want to figure out this other issue. All right, so if we die, then we trigger this. Cool. That is death. We need to find stamina now. So let's go back here. And it's going to just be in the C++ code. Cool. All right, that is stamina TH. It is stamina timer. That would be kind of obvious. Should have thought of that for like 5 seconds. Stamina timer, call stamina deplete, and stamina timer. Should that be stamina deplete? What? Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't read far enough down. I thought that was the end of it. I was very confused. Okay. It's happening a lot today, by the way. So, we are going to get our current stamina time. Sorry, we're going to get our current stamina. What is our stamina at? We're going to see if it is greater than the cost, meaning that we can actually do it. If it is greater than the cost, then we set our stamina by passing in the negative version of the cost. Now, what we could do is actually make these negative numbers as well and not have to worry about it, but I just felt more comfortable. If I change a number, I'm not going to mess something up, and alignment is somehow off. Oh, I see why. There we go. There we go. Okay. Yes, I was that anal retentive about alignment. You could make them negative numbers, but as you saw, I get anal retentive about alignment, and yeah. So we check if they have oxygen, because they need both of that. And then we do the update blackout, which one of them is overriding the other. Now we want the taking damage. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to go to our widget, because the function's there. You know what? We're just going to cheat and do it the lazy way. Boink. Hello. Oh, no. No, not the gen file. We do not go into the .gen file. It tells you at the top, do not go into the .gen file. Do not go into the .gen file. Feel free to read through the .gen file, but I am not doing anything like this on the .gen file. Oh, I really don't want to make that statement any more complex than it is, but you know what? I can't believe I'm going to also Google what I'm about to Google. UE5. I now want to watch Big Hero 6. Even though that wasn't the same noise, it just made me think of it. fmath, and I do mean literally the library of fmath from the UE4 library. Okay. I went a little too far actually. Okay, so there isn't a UE4 wrapper for Max. I just wanted to make sure, okay? I have my concerns about, yeah. I just don't remember what library the actual C++ 14. Can we get away with 14 in Unreal? We'll try. We'll try with Unreal 5, that is. What is the header, please? It is include algorithm. Okay, cool. Header needs to be first, I think. Include algorithm. Right. All right, that's value 1. Let's add in a comma and another bracket. Just put the number 0 and see if that error goes away. Okay, first off, hang on. Okay, so this is happening within the clamp. I actually have to do it this way now because I can't see where the brackets are. This is not a good function. I'm just having fun doing this, though. Okay. Please forgive me for this sin. And the second number is... I am concerned. Okay. Let's try this a different way. Boink, boink. Float test equals boink. Float test 02 equals, actually it's this properly, 0001 std max. Oh, hello, that might have been the issue. Okay. So let's put that out for a second. Just to see if that was the issue. Yeah, no, that wasn't the issue. Okay. I get it. All right, std max test 00. That's, seeing this is a double cool. Here actually results. Okay, cool. Now we give these proper names, because I don't know why I thought this wouldn't work and I didn't want to try. Because I really want to make my messed up really long one. And I'm sure I just got the spacing on it wrong, but whatever. This is a local. Yeah, I could have used the rename features, but whatevs. Okay. Now for this. I have no idea if that's a function I actually want. So please do not do that code. Bad code. That was nice of you, but not what I wanted. Good code trying to be helpful. So I'm just getting the get render opacity documentation on screen. Well, I hope that widget matches a C++. Whatever. All right. Hopefully that works. Let's go ahead and test it. Which means we need to figure out where my window went. I've alt-tabbed way too many times. We needed to save everything really quickly. Close it out. Want to go through its exit process. Watch it. And then we will hit play again. I hate how long this takes, honestly. Like, I'm so used to zoning out and, like, reading something during this that I forgot, wait, I'm not actually able just to scan over things in the other window. I need to actually be doing stuff. Such an old force of habit. And one I need to work on breaking. Hey, it's a different thing when I look back at the 93. I knew it was going to be paused on, and there we are to 95 again. It was empty after when I was talking about it being 95 last time. I don't know why that matters or why anyone would care, but hey, here we are. All right. I do not... Yes, I do actually want to open those. I lied. I was about to say I do not want to open those. I do want them open, in fact. Okay. So what we're going to do... Oh, the cube is there. That's why I can't see anything. We're going to hit play. We're going to make sure we didn't break anything first. We're going to do 2 simple tests with that change. So what I've told you to do is to take out the current value, calculate the value we were originally using, or originally how we were doing, take that calculation, make that our new value, and take the higher of the 2. So first, the easiest test. Okay. By the way, I saw the question. Once I'm done laughing at myself, I will gladly answer that question once I am done just feeling miserable about that. Oh God. Oh. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. So, that just happened, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna internalize our, not internalize, we're gonna, I'm not entirely sure what phrase I was looking for. Well, yeah, that definitely did pick whatever the, wrong value was there. Okay, maybe it's not render opacity. What I want to do, you image, you widget. I want a U image. Okay, so let's go back to Google, and we're gonna do UE5 U image API. Clearly, I've been here before. Awesome. And we want to get color and opacity. Okay. Color and opacity delegate. All right, so what we want to see is, what does in opacity then do? Okay, you know what we're gonna do is we are going to do a color and opacity. We're gonna see if we can get that and break it. So let's see what our options at getting it. R is, let's just see if we can get color and opacity, I guess. There we can, and we just want the opacity. Or A. Yeah, it's clearly A. I don't know why that took me so long to remember RGBA. All right. Now, let's pray. Let's pray to the almighty and recursive GNU. Hey, you don't understand recursion until you understand recursion. Hey, you don't understand recursion until you understand recursion. Hey, you don't understand recursion until you understand recursion. Yes, you knew I was going to do that the second I started talking about GNU probably. But I had to fill the dead air with this thing loading. Oh, message came up. No, it's the same message as before. What am I seeing happening over there? It's the white text of the editor going by. It makes it look like the chat's moving. Okay, cool. Right, let's hit play. And let's watch me crash and burn. All right, F11. Boink, 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 boink. Cool. That one's not working. Now working, to be clear. I didn't say not working. Now is working. Come on. Start up. Thank you. That was damage, so boink. Oh god, I forgot about the reverb in this thing. And now boink, 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 boink. I can still move all dead. That's what that sound means. Okay, sorry. Alright, that bug is resolved. That was an hour of randomness and just, yeah, okay. On a quest to find one bug, fix one bug, we stumbled across two other ones. Right. Now, the funny part about that was a side quest as well. So, what we were about to do was see where exactly I had left off. Now, I am fairly certain that it was GG, let's goes. Usual or go. I now just had goes there. Let's goes. Add S's to everything. It makes life better. Why does this still exist? Because this says old. I am 90% certain we did this. So let's go to our player character, and you know what? We could just go to the header file and, you know, dig for the trigger flashlight function. I wonder what this does. Sorry, I am actually now looking for something. Like I thought. I don't call it anywhere. Oh, wait, there I do. Okay, so, maybe I'm very wrong. All right, why do you exist, though? Just for that to exist? Okay. Does anyone call you ever? Oh, yeah, I remember this being awkward last time. I just knocked over my thing of masks. And my COVID test from this morning. Lovely. I meant the test kit, not the actual test. To be clear. Flashlight. 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 Flashlight's working. Okay. Flashlight's working. All right, so we don't need to worry about why. We don't need this. Okay, cool. Just out of curiosity. Load. Thank you. Flashlight. Okay, so the activity log is the part that's missing. Cool. At least we know what we need to do. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hate F-text, by the way. I mean, in C++, I hate it. Right, so pop over to here. And what we're going to do is we need to call trigger alert. And we need to call it on our trigger flashlight. So we're in the header currently. Let's pop over to the implementation file, which for some reason was miles away from the header. All right, we got these things now lined up. And hey, look, there's some F-text code for us to steal. We're stealing it. I don't care if I have to rewrite the entire thing. I just want to see the structure. Remember, children, work hard, not smart. Wait. Reverse what I said. Work smart, not hard. Clearly not smart today. Clearly not smart. All right. Let's try this again. We don't need to worry about that bit. What we're looking for is trigger flashlight. Or we actually run that one on the... I know you wrote one of them purely in the interface, actually. And then I'm just double checking. I think it's this one. 'Cause trigger alert, trigger flashlight, trigger activate flashlight. What are we in? We were in trigger flashlight implementation. Oh, we're actually in the member method instead of the interface method. Okay, cool. It's still a member technically because we're inheriting from the interface to have that abstracted interface class for us. But that is another matter. What am I doing? I am checking if the flashlight is active. Cool. I am gonna just take this message, delete it, or cut it and paste it here. Cool. And not make sure my terminator is gone. So if the flashlight is active, we are turning it off. So if we're turning it off, boink. Just watch me hit this backwards. And then we're going to copy this line, paste that there, grab this line, paste it here. And then we're going to delete what we brought from earlier. And if we're right about what we've just done, notice we're going to delete the to-do there. Watch it do its thing. And here we go again. Ow. Sorry, I pulled my hair on my chair somehow as I did that. Okay. I hate this chair. I, honest to God, hate this chair. Come on. I really hate how long this takes. So I'm just switching it back because that doesn't seem like it should be in this album. Don't know why, but that just felt like it was from a different album that should not be on stream. Let's reopen this thing. Okay, make sure that wasn't plugged in. It wasn't. That's good. Okay, it works. Fonts just changed slightly for some reason. Cool. Let's minimize the... Oh, no, let's not do that for a second. Let's go... Ah, because it was using the old trigger alert. I have no idea what it was doing with it, but okay, cool. We can get rid of this, all of this, and that. Okay, cool. Also, technically, hey, we can do that as well. If I can get this thing to load. All right, there we go. All right, let's do trigger focus. Wow. Okay. Give me a second. First, I said I would delete that. Second. There we go. So, hey, this thing exists, right? So we could just do... Ooh, that is not what I wanted. We could just do... Okay, that's on the same album, and it's on random, so I'm assuming... I don't know. I'm just paranoid. All right. If we do this, I'd like to collapse that into a function, but I can't. So we can do format. Paste that in. And that is on reverse. Move you down here, unpin you, duplicate you for up here. And pin you into there. We're still actually changing things out, but we're going to get rid of the actual functions here in a moment. So we just have a bit more ease of nativizing the code just a bit. Cool. That is already in C++. That's about all we can do here. Cool. Let's make sure this still actually works correctly before we go on to the next step. Because, yeah. I really wish I brought something up to chew on. Like, I used to smoke, and still am smoking, but I'm cutting down, and I am hungry more constantly now. All right, no, Zed. Oh, okay, give me a second. It was engaged, by the way. Focus engaged. Okay, so it looks like it's working, despite the stupidity on my part, which, hey, sometimes happens. All right, engaged, disengaged. Cool. So we can get rid of that. Awesome. And what I want to do is now get rid of these. So to make my life a little bit easier, because I ran into a bug a while back with Unreal 5, where it doesn't add the automatic 0. I'm just going to mark these as old temporarily. Let's minimize this, and we go back to here, and we are going to do... Oh, really? I should always just have that thing up. This will just make our lives easier during these streams, I guess, but I don't learn my lesson. UE5, U function specifier. I think it's blueprint implementable event, but I never remember. Yep, it's this one. Cool. Let's go back to the thing I need, I guess. And we are doing our focus, right? Yeah. There we go, focus. So that's going to be a U function. And we want blueprint callable. I'm just going to copy everything up here. And we're going to call this zoom for our category. We'll do oh, it's one of the things I'm teaching. Like, what's the red barrel about? I see. I was skimming through something earlier from something I'm teaching. I was so confused by that. Trigger focus. Yeah, it's zoom. What am I looking for in here? Do you take any arguments? No, you don't. Also, that was not what I wanted to have happen. So void. Also, probably should have come in here, done this. And we pass in no argument. Cool. Yep, you don't. That's why we don't mess with the gen file, by the way. And that wasn't a joke. Because the gen file is going to take care of that bug for us in just a moment, or that warning. Just like it does for all the other ones there. Because we have the right macro above it, it knows what we want to do with it. It doesn't have to guess. It gives us more options. But for some reason, you can't use an arrow operator with Unreal. When you're like, you have to it's in my other pocket. Oh, it's my credit card or debit card. You can't. If you have a argument or a parameter that has the same name as a class attribute, it freaks out at you. Instead of going, hey, I'm in the scope of this, my default therefore must be the nearest one, which is the parameter or the argument. Unless a person uses a this operator, but you get a error that says it obscures it for some reason, which just annoys me. Also, as much as it annoys, like, I know there has to be a really good reason for it. Because as much as the initial you can't get to constructors annoys me, knowing how the life cycles of this actually works, it doesn't annoy me as much. It actually kind of impresses me, how they manage that, and I'm for anyone who doesn't know what I'm referring to. I'm referring to this lovely diagram. Yeah. The more I understand it, the more I appreciate it. But still, I will complain about some random things when I don't know why it's happening. So in this case, what am I complaining about? Connor, do you remember what I was complaining about? Because I've legitimately forgotten. All right, I'm just gonna quietly tuck my head away over here and type in trigger focus. And look, hey, we have this one that doesn't say custom event because we're inheriting it from our parent. And then we're gonna do trigger. Wait, hang on. Trigger and focus. I name it that. Oh God, please tell me I actually did both. Oh, well, the typo in the name, but hey, whatever. We haven't compiled yet. Oh yeah. Why you can't see those things? Oh, I think that rant is over, sadly. I do go on them quite often, these random rants. Now, here's the true question. If I hit play, will it work? The answer is no, it won't work. I already know it won't work, and I know exactly why it won't work. Now, that's not some mystic secret. It's just, I remember what I did in the last few videos. So if it does work, then oh my God, I'm really confused. Okay. Well, we were half right. It didn't work. I am confused. And WTF. So let's go to the place we were going to go anyway, which was here. And we're going to look for the trigger focus. Huh. I was smart boy. I see what I did. You know what? I should have just checked the dang interface for everything that I'm looking for today. So, which interface were you in? Wait, no, you're not in an interface. How did I, what? Okay. Interesting that you chose to update one but not the other. I'm not entirely sure how you did that, but I will give you a gold star. Oddly enough, I was half right, half wrong. I was gonna say, you're gonna have to switch these over. I was expecting both to be wrong. Okay, there we go. Now, have you been doing this through an interface? That was the question. No, we have not been. But hey, we'll do that later, I guess. Cool, delete that. All right, so we're done with that part, at least. Next part, we're gonna move to C++. Is we're gonna get rid of that and that, first off. Thank you. Thank you. And up you go. And my very, very pedantic side comes out there. Ow. Okay. Trigger. Walk run. Okay, that is our C key event. Awesome. So back over to the C++ side of things we go. And I swear we have something for that. Trigger set movement type. Let's find the implementation of said code. Okay, it's a wrapper. Let's find the thing it wraps. Hey, look. There we go. Literally all that code is doing. Cool. It's... Oh, hey, look, there's a to-do there. Let's do that to-do. And you know what we're going to do? Yoink. Yoink. And what happens on... Oh. Please tell me I saved an example of that somewhere. I think that's walk, so that's ceased. Yeah, walk. Ceased. Cool. 1, 2. Alright, then we want moderate. I really should use the Alt key when I do that, but for some reason I am an idiot about that. Okay. Apparently I can't remember how to do that. There we go. And we can put that in there. I did not mean to hit the insert key again. Took me 3 hits of the insert key. I know I hit delete in there, but there was a hit by accident. Intentional hit, switch it back, delete, and then another hit. Alright, that should be done then. Is it control? I thought it was... See, control just is jumping me, and... Oh, I missed the shift key. That's why. It's control and shift. That's why. Thank you for the control part. Would have caught the rest of that as well, and... what am I looking for? I am looking to get rid of these 2 events. So again, what we're going to do is go to our header file. We're going to copy these 2 events. We're going to paste them in. And then we're going to take the names away from these guys. Oh, I want to replace the entire thing. Thank you. Now we could actually, no, I should do this in reality. What we're gonna do is, there are gonna be no arguments, but we're gonna make this a blueprint native event instead of an implementable event. That way we can have native C++ code for this one. So I'm gonna take this line, I'm gonna paste it down here, and I'm gonna seal the implementation bit. Cool. Let's get rid of this extra space. Let's copy this one. There we go. And again, take the implementation from here. Sorry, you can tell how thrilled I am at that. And then we will just use our refactoring tools. Wink. And what we're going to do here is set movement type, E movement type, no, E movement type, walk. It should have been all capitals, actually, to be fair, but I messed that up, apparently. Cool. Did an implementation, which is correct, and on to the trigger walk method. Huh. That's a new one. I don't remember seeing that one before. Alright, that threw me for a loop. Did I say walk? That's run. Cool. Well, before we change that, give me it, please. That was not nice, Microsoft. Alright, no, it is jog, isn't it? Should that be jog? No, run. It is run. Okay. I didn't name it correctly. Why don't I have one for jog? Alright, so set walk triggers walk. Set run triggers run. Good. And this now has a thingamajigger. Now, I have a feeling I have made a mistake, but we will test this to find out. So, save, close, wait for it to do its thing, and then reopen. Okay, that is that. I really, really hate how long this takes. I say that every time. It's not going to change, it seems. There we go. Yeah, we'll take it back. Okay, so we need trigger, run, which is the wrong one, trigger, run, event, boink, boink, trigger, walk. Should use control more often, to be fair, in general. And then I did auto update this time. Cool. What's your issue, editor? I don't know where this thing is. And focus, yeah. So I thought. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. We had this problem before. Whatevs. It's a plate. And it should work. That just annoyed me a lot, though. Well, that's wrong. Alright, I did the wrong thing. I meant to do call to parent. I'm just going to move this over here because we're going to delete all of this if this works. There we go. Kind of didn't work because we were overwriting the code we just wrote. So I was at 500 for a moment. And there's a 350 for a moment. Okay. So hey, that all works. What we can do is that. Close this out. And compile it as well. And close it. We can come in here. And we can remove the alerts from this bit. Oh, I changed the... That's what happened here. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, we'll do it on post movement. You know, I'm not entirely sure where I want the alert to come up at. I could see an argument for either location, but I'm calling the code twice. Which should have been a giveaway when I said, why am I calling it twice earlier? But it didn't actually acknowledge the fact that I had said that. Why would I want it to happen on the movement? Why the movement? I legitimately am struggling to grasp why I called it up here and not down there. I just want to take a look at something in the Blueprint version, which isn't open. I am going to go to the bathroom really quickly while that's loading. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I am back. Sorry it took me so long. I wanted to go downstairs and check something. That is to say, I have a leak, and I now know where it's from, in my bathroom. Coming from the shower. I just want to double check it wasn't the toilet, so I had to go downstairs and see if the ceiling was damp. The answer to that question is no, thankfully. Oh, God. Could you imagine? Also, it'd be helpful if I took the banner away. Okay, right. I'm ready to see something. What did I want to see? Okay. Bounty. Bounty. Okay, well that's still broken, but I remember why now. Let's see if I can fix that now. Boing. Why is that one fine to call? Okay. Whatever. They're the same type of... Oh my God. What the heck is going on here? We might get this to work. And heart and okay. I think I'll say winning and thingamajigger. This is not the right type. It's not gonna work. I must be missing a simple setting somewhere, and I do not know where it is. And also, I forgot we haven't compiled. That might be it too. Let's close this out for now. Let's let it stay closed. Let's go and actually, I've made my decision. We're removing it from here, and I know why we are. My logic. I don't think we need to do that to do anymore. My logic to this was what we need to do is when we're moving, we want to know what that movement was. It's a bit of a delay between the system and the person, I guess, but hey, I just prefer it that way for some reason. I know that's not a clear explanation, and I don't know how to explain my decision any different way. All right, I want to rebuild this now. I am hopeful for whatever bug that is just to go away. If I have to delete the intermediary files, I will delete the intermediary files. Because I have a feeling that there's something going on with that .gen file, but I could be completely wrong about that. And you know what? Hey, it doesn't take any time to compile this again. Yes, I couldn't say that with a straight face. Not at all. No. It's just not possible. Sorry if you hear something. I am like flicking a die between my hands as I talk because yeah, I do that sometimes apparently. I don't know why I said apparently to that. All right. Yes, please. Oh, for the love of God. Yes, please have those two assets back open. Cool. I don't see an error on this one. Let's try this again. And not the word I want. And focus. Okay. Whatever. Let's give it a shot. Shall we? We know what the result will be. We know it's a waste of time. But hey. And then we're definitely going to go hunt whatever bug this is down. Cool. We're not getting weirdness with our thingamajigger on the activity log. Okay. Like, why isn't it responding? I hadn't clicked. Oh, okay. Why the shit are you now working? I will not question your strangeness, Unreal, but that sure as shit is strange. Event trigger focus, you're not a custom event, which means I must be calling you over in here somewhere. So let's, we can't rename you, so it's called trigger focus. So let's find end focus. No, it's not here. It's in here because it's It is a blueprint implementable event. Okay, awesome. Why then will I not see you as the same class? Whatever. But hey, it's now working. It's now working. All right, awesome. Let's go back here. You have to remain. So yeah, you're good to go. All right. Who even calls you? Anything? Nope. Let's go wider. Nope. Let's unplug you. Are you event activate? Trigger activate. event. Trigger. Sorry. Trigger. Activate. Cool. You're a blueprint implementable event. Why do you have a implementation? Huh. Huh. Okay. I get why you exist, actually. I should have just looked at what was plugged into you. You definitely are needed. I am just a little bit confused. What's confusing to me is that, and I must have been confused when I had to do this, is that blueprint implementable events do not typically have an implementation call in Unreal. In fact, if we go back to this document I had open earlier, this blueprint, so it's the blueprint native event. Sorry, I was like, where's the native? This function is designed to be overwritten by a blueprint, but also has a default native C++, in this case, implementation. Declares an additional function named the same as the main function, but with underscore implementation added to the end, which is where the code should be written. The auto-generated code will call the implementation method if no blueprint override is found. Okay. Blueprint implementable. That's blueprint native. Blueprint implementable, however, does not have that same thing. In fact, if you try to do that, it usually yells at you, which I remember having had happen a few times. But apparently, with interface events, it allows it? Question mark. I'm okay. Let's experiment, because I'm very confused by this, but I'm pretty sure this has to exist. So let's just go here, and you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna do that. Okay. Also, let's get rid of that. And let's just restart it. And if it doesn't work, we're going to build it anyway, because I don't remember what I was going to do when I got sidetracked by my confusion over that entire thing. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's compiling. Surprise. So maybe I did make a boo-boo last time, and that wasn't needed. I am surprised it allowed me to compile it, because I do remember getting issues when I tried to do that previously with the wrong type of those two. In fact, we spent probably a good time hunting that down in this interface, so that's why I'm a bit, bluntly put, perplexed beyond all mortal ken right now. Because Unreal and MATLAB kind of remind me of each other in one way. You get it any bit wrong with their particular setup, it does not like you. You write your own custom parts, you can get away with a lot more, but we're not doing that today. Well, we are writing custom things, but not custom engine parts. Mostly because I am still unlearning and relearning everything I know about OpenGL. Alright, why is the map not fully loaded? I swear I've clicked onto the screen twice now. There we go. I had to right click this time apparently. Alright. Let's get it started. Okay. And okay, that seems to be working. That's working. That's working. That's working. That's working. Right. extra space now. Oh wait, hang on. Did the flashlight actually turn on? Yep, okay, cool. Let's go back to the code then, and we can get rid of this line. Okay, and then from there, what we can do, pop open the character again, and continue to delete things. That needs to remain. Okay, that one's fairly simple. So we'll do that one. All right, so that's fairly simple as well. Okay, so I think I might find a potential bug, but we'll test it in a moment. I think the potential bug actually is the current code on screen. Yeah, that is, I think, a potential bug, but I will have to test it a different way in a moment. Oh yeah, that's why that other thing was happening. Cool. So let's go to the header. And in here, we're going to create a trigger change walk state. So I'm just going to copy, actually I'm going to first make a comment, paste that in, and then copy these 3 lines, paste those in, thank you IntelliSense, and then I'm going to take this, replace that word, and do the same to this word. You know, I could have used Alt to highlight those words together and change them once. That would have made my life a tiny bit easier. Right, so we're going to refactor this, make a definition for it. I do like having an extra space between my functions. I'll do that off stream at some point. Holy shit, no. Oh my god. Holy crap. On so many levels, that was very bad what just happened there. That was a .gen file. Alright, we're above trigger walk. Okay. Cool. Oh, I see what I did wrong. No, I didn't. I have the void types there. Cool. Yoink. I was right. What am I doing? Here we go. Okay. Okay. So as you know, I moved the logic off to the other side, so I can just copy what I have here. So it's an if statement. So we are if we are equal to walk. We want e move. We want e get movement type. What did I name this? Maybe I don't have a getter for it. What did I? What's our method name or my attribute name? Movement type. Okay. So if movement type is equal to e movement type, walk, then we will do set movement type, and we will do e movement type as jog. Oh, what happened if I had a terminator there? And I know I don't need those brackets. It's a one-line command. Else, and then we'll actually just steal this line down here. Thank you. And there we go. Okay, so that's that method done. All right. Next, we have our trigger turns and trigger lookup. So, actually, for me, should be up here. So we're going to copy these bits, and they're part of movement, in my opinion. So that goes into movement. This is axis value instead. In fact, actually, can I do lines that aren't together like that? No, I can't. Okay. Axis value. Oops. There we go. There we go. There we go. And this is trigger look up. You know, again, I should have used the alts there, but hey, we'll do it this time around. And this is trigger, turn. Okay. Let's see if we get the nightmare show we got a moment ago. No, we did not this time. Oh, thank God. All right, so we're going to take the axis value. We're going to multiply by itself and the value of 1 for now. Then we are going to do add control pitch input, and we are inputting our axis value. Okay, cool. That one was fairly simple. Let's see if we get the correct thing this time. We won't. Interesting. Oh. Cool. We'll grab that. Come into here. Grab this. Here we go. And then what we'll do is... Did I miss a semicolon somewhere? No. Okay. Not sure why you're yelling at me. The same thing, except we're going to change out this command with add control input. Yaw. Add control yaw input to be clear. All right, let's go ahead and save everything on that side really quickly. Close it out. And restart it. No, I don't want to build that. Okay. What are you not happy about? What is wrong? Sorry, moving the mic. Battery update. Did I change the wrong thing? I do that with the alt. Why are you not happy with this? I just realized my camera isn't on. Sorry about that. What am I missing? So I was just looking at my phone for a minute to clear my head. Trigger lookup, trigger turn, trigger flashlight. Native event, native event. Native event. Callable, callable, callable. Float, float, access value. Sorry, float, float, access value, float, access value, float, access value. Okay. Did I delete update battery implementation by mistake? Looks like I did. I thought I pasted it in twice. Okay, let's get rid of that. And, yeah. Based on the ordering of things out, I'm pretty sure that went there. That is not what I meant to hit. You gonna yell at me more? You gonna yell at me more? Come on. Okay. $184. Character base. Line 104, sorry. Oh yeah, I did forget the semicolons. Cool. There we go. I forgot to rename the functions for the events. Whoops. We'll see what happens with that, I guess. Okay. Whatever this metadata. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you, Unreal. There you go. There you go. Now I'll orphan your actors. Sorry, I was saying looking for orphan actors when I said that. Right. So we now have trigger, walk state, and you can see the conflict down there because I didn't rename it. Trigger, walk state, event trigger, walk state. Boink. And look, hey, we have a conflict now, so it's get rid of these actually. We don't need them. Cool. Let's compile. Now let's go back to the player controller, and let's find our trigger turn. Oh, it is character based we want, yeah. It's this one that's weird. I auto updated for us, cool. We don't need that. So we're gonna try this one again and do trigger focus. There we go. Thank you. There we go, that's in C++, that's in C++. That's in C++, that's in C++, that's in C++, that's in C++. Okay, that one's still wrong, so that should be trigger. Actually, hey, you know what? We don't need this at all either. There we go. And then we can come off of here and do trigger change walk state. But notice it auto updated for us anyway, so hey, we're in the right spot. Cool, let's make sure this still works. Come on. I think you can, thank you. So that works. That works. That doesn't work as expected. That doesn't work as expected. That doesn't work, I should say, which is expected. Right. There we go. There we go for that. There we go for that. And we. That works. That works. And that works. Cool. Okay. So all the things now do the thing. Hey. Cool. Does anything even call you? Test warehouse does. Does anything still call you? All right, we're going to use trigger. Trigger abort. Oh, okay. We haven't actually done anything with trigger alert. Not sure why I said abort. There we go. Trigger alert. UMD trigger alert. Okay, cool. And this will be not what I meant. Format text. Boink. 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 Theft. There you go. Sorry. Okay. You're not even attached to anything anymore, so let's just get rid of you. Cool. Let's go here. Get rid of you. And let's run that search one more time. Good. Okay, so that cleanup is done. These can be moved up this way. And sorry. Just got a message from a friend. Sorry about that. Okay, so we need all of this stuff. Yeah, we need all of this. What is this stuff? Oh, we don't need this anymore. Cool. This can go away. This is all for debugging purposes. Yeah. I'm gonna save this in case I do need it though. Feels like I'm gonna save this one in case I need it as well. This is relatively meaningless now that we know it works, but hey, it saves me from having to rewrite this in the future should I need to do it. Do not want the camera. Thank you though. Let's get this up here along with the rest of our debug codes. What are you for? You are, yeah, okay. I don't care. You're all debug code. Right. So all of this is just going to get moved to the side. And it's going to get its own giant play area called debug. All right. We are saving that in case something goes sideways. Okay, cool. So, hey, this is all the stuff we need in this blueprint, really, to run the character as it is. The rest is in the C++. Yeah, so Joshua, welcome in, man, by the way. Whenever I, I'm doing something where I just need a task, I sometimes will do like please work, a whole bunch of swear words, a lot of swear words. It varies for me. I throw unused code into a node graph called graveyard or debug. I don't like having multiple graphs for some reason. Like it just, I get why people do. I just for some reason am better able to think about this stuff if I have it on one screen. That and sometimes when I've done it previously at least, it was things that are so much overlap between different graphs that it was like I'm just bouncing back and forth and I'm losing track of stuff. Give me one moment. Sorry, my friend is just a little bit upset about something, and I'm gonna be supportive. I shouldn't say a little bit upset. They're justifiably upset, but let me get the chat back up. Yeah, the graph overlap can get bad. Yeah, that really just drives me up the wall dealing with that. So, right. This is really kind of part of the debug, I think. No, it is not actually. We do need this. Now, I don't know what I meant by check here, but we actually do need this. So we're going to create this one now. This is something I should have clocked on to earlier as something we needed, because this is the so let me get the R on that. This is the thing that does the stuff. If we are refueling the oxygen, that's what it does. So we're refueling the oxygen. Oh, please stop popping me into the gen file. So I was doing that earlier. I didn't have the wherewithal to complain. Now we probably will have more interface events, because right now what we're doing is we're calling it just in a test thing where I'm casting from it. We won't be casting like that elsewhere. In fact, in this case, we really should be using an interface event, because it's not being called by the player controller, which should know of the player's entire thing. But yeah, we'll do it the correct way. All right, it takes in a bool. It'll be a Blueprint native event, and it is oxygen. And this will be called regen trigger. We're gonna actually rename this as regen oxygen trigger, but oxygen trigger. Cool. All right, let's just grab the sucker here. Let's bring it over to our header. Sorry, I don't know why I said that weirdly. I couldn't remember the name of the type of graph. Oh, give me a second. I've lost that window, so I can't see when my friend responds. Okay, Windows back up, so when they respond, I can be nice and supportive. I screwed something up. I forgot to make this a take an argument. So this will take an argument of bool. What do we call it? That's the wrong window. We called it should regen. So B should regen. Okay, and let's grab. That is the wrong key. Let's grab both of those. Let's go to our thing here and paste those suckers in. Okay. Please say the right thing. Thank you. I am so happy. What do you mean the window swap like that? Which one? Give me one more second. Should regen not true. Okay, so should regen not be true. So if B should regen not true. Sorry, I just need to move this to the other window for a moment. Then we will do character statistics. Set is, actually I've done this badly. Set is in vacuum. What we're actually gonna do is take this, copy that into there, cut this line, delete all of this, paste that in instead, add a terminator in, and there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and save the other window, close it out. All right, let's try that again. I really hate how long it takes to load sometimes. Okay, so let's pop the character open, and let's find wherever this is called. Let's do this. Okay, so we actually aren't using this anymore. Cool. Which means I actually think we can start getting rid of the cast. We could just do that, and that should actually work. In fact, actually, what we're going to do is this is going into other. Come on. Oh. Just pull from here, regen, trigger, message. Yes. Yes. And then we can unpin that for a second. Okay. Oh, what we're gonna do instead, we're casting this. I don't care, we're casting actually. Cool. We're gonna do both of these. Minus this one actually. This is all now deprecated. Cool. And then boink. 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 Actually, boink. Boink. Cool. I don't think we need that. I don't think we need that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now try it with the character stats. Oh no, the cast is still needed. Oh, actually, maybe I could remove the cast now. Yeah, I could. Cool. I forgot I had the... Oh, the character stats! Okay, okay, yeah. I saw your... You didn't need to delete it. I didn't see your message until after, and I now completely understand what you meant. Sorry about that. You were completely correct, though. Awesome. All right. That was interesting. Oh, yeah. What are you complaining about? Okay. I mean, I really don't care about those. Those things don't exist anymore. I got it eventually. It took me a moment, but I did get it. Oh, yeah, these are all the things I've deleted. Cool. Actually, hang on. Let's undo everything we've done so far in here. Okay, so this should now be set movement. No, I don't have a way to get this back anymore. Okay, cool. So we're just going to delete stuff. Cool. I mean, that is something we're no longer actually using. So it's not a huge deal that had to be gutted like that. Okay. That's still... Oh, yeah, that's what we're testing. Okay. We're regaining O2 levels. Is the battery recharging any? Battery... Ooh, sorry. Sorry about that. Probably just deafened everybody. My bad, yo. Should the battery be... No, we don't have access to the battery. That was the part that was glitching out on us. Okay, but we can see the oxygen levels are, in fact, going up. Alright, let's step out of this thing. And we see our oxygen levels are going back down. Cool. Awesome, that's done. Alright, so, yeah, we can get rid of this now. Make sure that's gone. It is. And just that remains in case something needs to be changed in the walk, because that was annoying to code. Alright, I'm just thinking, do I want the player controller to actually hold a hard reference to the player? Huh. That is a question and a half as I think about it. All right. That is not what I wanted. What I want to start doing is... Let's take a look at this thing for a second. I'm not using this anywhere. We've done all the things in here. I am pretty certain we can get rid of it, but instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder up on this level. And this folder is just going to be called delete for now. And I'm just going to drop that into there because I don't know if I want to actually delete it yet, but I definitely don't want it here anymore. Okay, before we do that, what we're going to do is we are going to fix up all redirectors. And we're going to go into core, player, grab our BP character component set, which that P is capitalized. I would say it's uncapitalized. Move there. Okay. Fix up redirectors. Go back here. Okay. This really should be named Proto. Maybe hard drive for prototyping, but I would interface. I need a controller. What's a size map of the player? So the current size map of the player is fairly large, but that is mostly due to storing a reference to another prototype. So let me delete that prototype really quickly. Actually, we can't because it'll still show up there. So ignoring this, it is 64 megabytes plus the decals and the widget. That is simply due to the fact that right now we're storing a reference to another prototype. Let me actually see if doing that... Actually, hang on. Let me do that. Compile. I haven't tested this on Unreal 5 because in Unreal 4 it never updated correctly afterwards. 162 without it in, and most of that is the animation blueprint and the skeletal mesh. With the blueprint itself only being, well, under a megabyte. What's this one? Oh, and standard macros, because I call that, of course. And test warehouse is sort of there as a reference, but that's going to be deleted. Yeah, because in Unreal 4, you had to actually relaunch the engine and pray it updated or delete your intermediaries. I'm a bit surprised by that. So it is on the bit of the hefty side at, 166 megabytes. I really should be doing interfaces, and my entire plan was, in fact, to do interfaces. Yeah, in 2.7 right now, the size map takes forever to update. Yep. I've always had to force it just by deleting intermediaries. I've seen people be able to do it without, but... Cool. Let's close that out then, because we're gonna, make it massive again. Put that back in. Yeah, we will do an interface. Now, I am gonna... I named a BP player controller. I'm like, I have to name this prototype. No, because I'm just going to override its parent. So, you're not player technically. Why are you there? Your settings. You go be in settings. Go where you belong, game mode. You're not a player thing. Yes, I know it's a soft reference to you. For the love of God, please don't break. Come on. Do the thing. Do the thing. Come on, Unreal. Okay, when I'm not connected to source control and fixing up redirectors takes this long, that is an uncomfortable feeling. Oh, I'm not sure if you were here earlier when I said, and now it works, and it didn't. And I just, yeah. There was a moment where I just stared at the screen in silence, just trying not to cry. It happened again a little bit later after I came back from that break, but my camera might have been off for that one. I really couldn't say. Okay. You know what I really, really miss right now? I know I don't need it right now because I have the other thing on screen. I miss the tutorial hat. So, let me just move my picture. There's no tutorial hat back there anymore. His service to the community should not be repaid with him being deleted. We need him back so we know when the engine is unfrozen. When I'm on SC, I dare not move things. Wherever I created it, it stays. Oh, man, you should see some of the, like, when I talk about, like, I've cut out 10 to 20 minutes in the tutorial videos, it's usually silence while I'm waiting for that thing to go. Sometimes it's really quick. Sometimes it is truly, truly quick. Other times it is, dangerously slow. Bro, the hat. The hat is ledge, dude. That's all I gotta say on that. I don't care if I'm out of date on my terms. Okay, at this point, you know what we're doing? Actually, hey, there we go. Eventually that worked. Cool. Core, settings, game mode, BP controller, BP player, yep. World settings, game mode, BP, yep. Oh, hang on. BP player controller, yep. Edit. I just lost a chat. Give me a second. I'll get it back. Project settings. And while that's loading, let me just bring the chat back up onto my screen. Also, that bug, it just really annoys me. Like, okay, why does that bug exist? I don't want to be inputs. I want to be in maps and modes. Yeah, I don't think I want that there. As long as I have the override in place and I hit play, I'm a bit terrified. My fingers are crossed off camera, by the way, in this hand. See? They're crossed. Come on. Thank you. Ooh, that was some mighty powerful lag there for a second. Okay. Dude, what did I say I was gonna do now? I can't believe I just forgot. I got distracted by that. Player controller. Right, classes, homeward, public, core, characters, new class, and we will use the player controller. Yep. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about game mode for a second for some reason. And this will be player controller base. Republic, core, characters, runtime. Create clash. Before I hit reload, I'm going to let it do its own thing in Unreal. Then I'll reload all. And then we'll... no, I won't. I lied to you. We won't reload all. We're going to do something else first. What we're going to do first is write an interface of a new interface up for my lungs not to kill me. We're going to create a new interface for communication between the player controller and the pawn. Wow, I can't believe I forgot that because, you know, that's what the only thing I'm using it for, right? Okay, so we're going to do new class. It's the last one on this list, Unreal Interface, not user interface, Unreal Interface. And I'm not going to make the same mistake that I made here by calling this one I. This will be player controller interface. And we'll create it. Now we're going to get a CPP file anyway, even though we don't need it, but whatevs, yo. And now when this is done, when we pop over to Viz Studio, we will reload all. Yes, we want to stop debugging. Please stop debugging. Thank you. Boom. I don't care. Why the heck did widget pop open on me? Cool. We don't need the UI. We don't need the character stats. We don't need the stats component. We do need the character base. We don't need the stats component header. We do need the player controller base header, player controller interface. There we go. Cool. Let's just build this so we can get rid of the errors. That, and there's going to be a bit of a copy and paste job on this one. What issues with naming convention do you have previously on the interface? So, notice that I've named the interface player controller interface, right? Except for I spelled face with 2 E's, which is another error I tend to have. I can actually, I'm not going to bother with that. But that's on me. That's on my keyboard issue. Now, as you know, it appends U or A or things like that to stuff. Well, it appends an I to interfaces automatically. So then you have I call instead of just I, whatever your call is. And I just don't like the double I call. I want the player controller open for some reason. And let's go back here. All right, so let's just see if our player controller is... Of course it doesn't. All right, I'm going to hunt down some code of mine. Give me a second. Where would I have done this? Well, not in that folder, by the way. Clearly not in that folder. I know you can't see that folder, but that was a folder for a replicated game, and I tend to use a player pawn for that one just because it avoids an extra step that is a bit irksome, because after the first like second, that check doesn't need to be done. Excuse me. Are you in C++? Nope, you are just a blueprint project. You are C++, but I know you're not what I need. Don't do that. Delete that. Sorry, I just duplicated a folder. Yeah, nope. Marbles, are you in Marbles? Marble void. Maybe you'll be in here. Let's take a look at this code. See if my problem has this. Oh god, why are you in light mode? Why are you in light mode? Stop doing that. That's not right. Oh, that's hideous. Enjoy light mode. Tools. Oh. Yeah, literally changed the dark mode on its own. Sorry for dying on you. Player controller. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name of that thing. All right. So we will have a U property. This will be edit anywhere, I think. Also, let's do this the way I tend to do this stuff, yo. With a cough of pain. Okay, this is private. We'll also build our constructors in a moment. This is going to be a actor pointer player pawn ref. So instead of actually using a storage point of the actor, we're gonna potentially store in a actor. You know what? We actually don't need that at all. I lied to you. But what we're gonna do for now is do methods instead. All right, so this is gonna be public for these for now. And we're gonna do virtual void set up input component. Cool. Ba-bum. So let's just go ahead and create this. Okay, there we go. For this one, what we're going to need to do is call up the parent. So again, that's going to be super, and that's going to be set up input component. There's no arguments to pass in. And then we're going to check input component. So this sets up our gameplay and key and bindings, which means that, hey, I need to get the project back up on my screen. So here we are. And from here, what I'm going to do is go to edit, project settings. And then I'm going to go into inputs. And in here, I like doing this in reverse from what's up here. I like doing my access mapping first. So I'm going to start with those. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to do our move forward. So I'm just going to actually tag this really quick so I know what I'm doing. In fact, I'm going to copy it instead of typing it from the thing, so I can just have that as a always go to. I don't care if it was already right. We're going to do input component, which is a pointer, and do bind axis. We're going to bind it on the event called move forward, and apparently I've switched to a UK keyboard setting here. Give me a second. Back to the US. There we go. Where is this being called from? What's the object referencing it? Well, it's this thing. And then what we need to do is have a function name there. But hey, I already know what part of it's going to be. And it's going to be a player controller base. And then name here. Now this will give us an error because, hey, we don't have anything called name here, right? All right, let's copy this line. And then we're going to go down a line. And we're going to do move. In fact, actually, I'm going to just paste this in here first. Grab that. Paste that in, and copy this. And let me grab this one, which is going to be turn. Okay, and then again, our last one, and this is look up. All right, so all we're doing is we're binding these events or these functions to the callbacks for what we have in here. We're just setting up our callbacks. That's all we're doing. Hey, K-Beard, how are you doing, man? What settings are you using that display the args? Oh, that is a default setting in Visual Studio 2022. If you hit Control twice, it turns it on, and then turns it off if you hit it again, or twice again. Yeah, no, it's a feature I really like. I don't like having it on when I don't want it on, but when I do want it on, it is quite useful. All right, next we're going to have a different one. I'm going to copy the name first because this one is going to be just slightly different. Now, I will copy this down, but we're going to change some of the settings out on this one. Bless you, sir. It is a useful tool, I think I found. And we're going to do this as change walk state. Now there is no change walk state in bind axis. There is in change bind action. Now, when we do this, we have another command we need to address. Now, this becomes a bit more interesting. This is why I have both those windows open. I need to know when I'm triggering it, and that is important. So, do we call it once? Do we call it twice? So with, say, what are our events in here? We have change walk state. Okay, so change walk state is only on pressed. So we have an enumeration that says what our input event is. So we're going to do input event, or E input event, and then we're going to look for IE, so input event pressed. So when we press the button, we want to do this one. All right. Our next one is run. So we're going to take this. We're going to put a comment in. We're going to paste that there. And again, I don't care. It's only 3 letters. I am still copying and pasting it. because if I screw something up, I'm going to be uber annoyed, right? Okay, so again, let's look at our design for run. Well, we have one for on released and on pressed. So we need 2. So what we'll do is we'll copy run a second time. We'll paste it here, but this time we're going to change the context of this callback to IE released. Okay, but what do we have after run? That was the wrong one. We want this. After run, we have focus. And I know focus has a press and release. So I'm going to copy this. I didn't mean to copy the word run there, but whatever. And I'm going to copy focus into here. And then finally we have flashlight, which I'm pretty sure just has 1. So, whatever. There we go. Okay, and so this is called flashlight. And I'm pretty sure flashlight is only when pressed. It is. Okay. That makes life a bit easier. So now we need to write the actual functions where I say name here. Okay. Well, let's see if we can just match the names. So for the first one, we're going to do I'm just thinking about this for a second. Sorry. It's going to be virtual void. Actually, no, it's going to be void because of what we're going to do. It's going to be void, move forward, float, value, and then we're going to copy this line. We're going to jump over here, and we're going to steal implementation. We're going to steal all of this, yo. Mostly because it's basically everything I need. And we're just going to drop that in here for a moment. We're going to cut the U function out. We're going to get rid of that because we don't need that. And we're going to take implementation. Drop it into here. Boink. In fact, my father put a tiny bit easier. I'm just going to keep going. We're going to do move. Actually, hang on. We're not going to do these all in a row and then create their definitions. I'm just going to very quickly start defining these out right now. As I choke to death, apparently. Actually, no, I'm not going to define them out. What I'm going to, yeah, no, I am. So what I can do is I can remove these as I go. So we're going to call move forward here. Boom. Awesome. All right, let's do move right. And this is seriously in the way now. Cool. Let's grab all of this. Paste it here. And let's just go over here. You know what? Let's make my life easier. That's what I should have done earlier. Boink. Okay, move right. Actually, we made life easier to use the control button. Cool. Grab both of these. And repeat return. And again, I don't care, it's only 4 letters. Better safe than sorry. Also, while I'm thinking about this. All right, and let's go again for lookup. Should have used the Alt key, but I got really distracted by the forced indent. There we go. change walk state will just be change walk state. Not sure why I did that then, but let's just grab that, paste that down there. Oh, hey, don't do that to me, please. Thank you. All right, paste that into there. And let's replace the name here with our change walk state. Oh, why don't you like this? You input component matches argument unless argument less constant. Find action. Give me a moment. I might have missed something. Hey there, Mimi. How are you doing? What did I miss? What am I missing? Excuse me. Oh. Duh. Okay. We'll get rid of that error. That was stupid of me. I am sorry about that one. Okay, let's copy these. And what we do is, we're gonna do start, run, copy these, and this will be end run. All right, so let's just bring those names over here. Boink. Boink. Ooh, bad boink. No bueno was that boink. All right, then we're gonna do focus, and again we're gonna take the double method like we did here. Sorry, like we did here, and this will be start focus. Excuse me. Start focus. And focus. All right, let's bring these names into play. There we go. And there we go. Now, when you're doing something that has the auto-generated implementation, you do not need to call the implementation version. I'm just curious, but why are you converting inputs to CPP? I don't think anyone does that even in AAA Studios. Because I am converting the entire class over to CPP. I'm not actually making the inputs themselves CPP. I'm making the callbacks to them CPP. So I'm not setting what the inputs are here. I'm setting what happens on the inputs. Because they're set here. I'm now setting the callbacks for those. What was the last one I have? Flashlight. And I think flashlight is one of the single ones. It is. So I'm just going to grab, even though it doesn't really matter, I can grab any of those from that pair, but whatevs. Old habits die hard, yo. And this will be flashlight. Okay, let's grab that. And let's paste that into there. Okay. All right. Oh, I am boiling. Is Yui's admin graph bad? So I'm not really on the animation side of things, but it works for me. And if I, a non-artist, can get it to do the things I want it to do, it's fairly good. It is bulky. The default setup of casting every tick is just weird to see. But, I mean, it could be worse. Could be worse. Yeah. What was I doing next? I wanted to check something before I went farther forward with this. Oh, I remember what I wanted to check. I might take back something I said earlier about a way I was going to approach something. Right, what I wanted to check. I've looked at that action RPG demo before, oddly, for how they did their lighting in there. I haven't taken a look at that thing in ages. I was gonna Google something. What did I want to Google? There was something. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'll come back to the idea in a moment. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember what I wanted to double check. Oh. Get player pawn. 85. What does it actually return? A pawn. Okay. So you know what? We actually are going to do that. We're going to go back up here. We're going to actually have... Actually, let's make these protected. All right. This is going to be... Also, this should be member methods. Attributes. This will be private. It will be of a pawn. And it will be player ref. Okay, here we go. Which means that we need our constructor. So I'm just going to cheat and grab my little thing for that. Yoink. Which is not my little thing. It's the default thing from Unreal. So, sod doing that. I didn't put a constructor tag at the top there like I thought I did. I'll be like, hey, player controller base. Declaration. Pop back over here. Not that I really need to be in the wrong thing. That's where I want to be. All right. Okay. Close that out. Pop back up here. And then we need, for this to work, a copy of the Kismet gameplay statics. Of course, I'm pretty sure Kismet is a capital I question mark. Doesn't really matter for that. And then we're gonna do get world. It'd also be helpful if I did the right casing. Get world. Get oh no. Gameplay. Oh, Sorry, I lost the chat. I'm trying to get back up. So maybe, for example, you can show how they made the attacks, since, if I recall correctly, they did input and all in BP. The attacking code was in CPP. I would have to go and take a look at it, because I didn't pay attention to that part of it. So I'd take a look at it first, see if I can work out what they've done, see if the files are fully accessible. And all that fine jazz. Before I can say either way if I can do it or not. I'm just having a brain fart for a moment. I think I'm doing this wrong, actually. First off, why am I not using my setter? Let's get that done in there first. Duh. Can I do U gameplay statics directly? I think that's one of the things I can do with this. And then it's get player, character, then it's get world. Yep. Get world. And we're going to do that for the first player. There we go. Player ref should be a pawn. Can't convert a character. Oh, okay. Get player pawn. There we go. We want to be as high up in that hierarchy as we can be for this to work. Okay. Cool. Now we need to bring this back over here for a moment. And now we need to get annoyed at the fact there's an extra flippin' E in this thing. Whatever. Sorry, I am grumpy about that. All right, we're going to inherit down here from the... actually, I'm going to put it up one. So it's going to be include, and it's player character interface. There we go. Interfacey. Right. Let's go back to the header file here. Wrong header file. We need to be in this header file. Hey, we don't have our functions yet. Cool. So let's go to our other header file just so I can seal my U function specifiers I like to use for my interfaces. Boink. And this is all movement anyway. Cool. Copy that over. Bring this in. Excuse me. And it's void. And now actually I really wish I hadn't moved this off to a different screen. Or off to a different tab. Void trigger move. Actually, hang on. I had the wrong one over here. Okay. This is what I want. In fact, I'm going to move both those headers to that side window. There we go. Okay. Oh, God. All right. My typical wrapper naming space convention has been taken from me by me. So I have an option. I can either start trying to debug this sucker, which, hey, actually shouldn't be too bad to do, but you know what? Let's find out. Rename. No, I don't want to skip. Shit, no. No. Undo. Undo. Okay. Rename. We want to remove the trigger bit. We want to preview. We don't call this in the... Okay. Really? Oh, wait, no, of course we don't. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yes. This one, however, you should have a reference for it. Character base, like we expect, and character base class file. Okay. Let's go back to the interface for a moment, and now that's going to be trigger move forward. And we're going to pass in a float of an access value. Excuse me. Let's remove the extra E. Let's copy this over. Let's paste it down here. Get that line, paste that in. Grab our implementation bit here, paste that in, open this up, and create that. What the heck are you not? Thank you. Create definition. And the definition of this will be move forward access value. We're just creating a wrapper. Okay. Next, we're gonna cheat a bit and go back to our component, and I'm gonna steal some code from there that I know I'm gonna want now that I'm thinking about this. All right, we'll jump back to that in just a second. Pretty sure I did it in here. Yep, can use interface. Okay. So in our player controller, excuse me, we're gonna have a same function name actually, or same method name, and this is going to be a bool. There we go, and it will be defaulted to false actually. All right, and then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this so I can see it, and we go back to our player controller, and we need an event begin play. So that's a fairly simple I did this wrong. I am so glad I caught this. You know what? We're just gonna do the code wrong further because we need to move it anyway. That bool does exist. Don't give me that bool. Okay, and the one we want to check isn't UI character statistics. It's U player controller interface. Why are you acting weird about that? Why? I'll give you a cookie if you tell me why. Actually, to be fair, I need to take a short break. I just need to stretch my legs. My legs are starting to hurt. I'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. Sorry about that. Yo, I be back. And I got to the mute button in time that time. Sorry about that. Okay. So what we want to do is figure out why we can't get that to work. Cool. Did I put it in the wrong thing? No. Is it in the player controller base? Yes. It's right there. Okay, because I spelled interface wrong. Cool. Did I spell it wrong here too? Did I put a P on there intentionally? I did not spell it wrong there. Okay. I must have hit the P when I was trying to get the curly bracket. So this is just wrong. We don't need this in the constructor. In fact, we don't need a constructor. I'm going to leave it in them. I'm going to paste that there. And I know I'm going to need a super. Super. And then I'm pretty sure it's begin play. It takes no arguments. Cool. Right. Let's just grab the begin play from here. Cool. And paste that there. Grab this. Paste that there. Paste that in the correct spot. Okay. There we go. Okay. Awesome. And it is void. I forgot the return type. There we go. Okay. I guess we're still having this check in place. So if, and then what we'll do is call the event up now. Again, we'll cheat by looking at how we did previously. And that is, we call the event that way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to call player controller interface. Hey, Jerome, all I'm doing is setting up the callbacks for the... so I'm moving my mic back into place. All I'm doing is setting the callbacks for the interface events that trigger our movement. And it's executed at the start, not at the end. Be helpful is in the right area. Boink. And then our arguments for this will end with value. And we'll start with player ref. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to stop the editor for a moment just to make sure this one works. All right, let's hit play. Oh, that's not going to work. Stop. Please stop. I see the mistake. Yeah, no. There we go. We also need a reference to the interface too. So that was player controller interface.h. Of course, it's actually back up this way. Let's just copy all of that. There we go. Okay. Yoink. Yoink. Now let's build it. I guess it'd be helpful if I actually included the... All right. Oh. Yeah. I guess we can't do it like that. Cool. Let's very quickly just define these. No, we don't need to define those. Undo that. Actually, no, redo that. It's fine. What I wanted to do was in here. We wanted to define all the things we wrote earlier. So let's just grab all the things. Oh wait, what? Give me a second. All right, so protected void, C decal, A player controller base. Move right. A player. All right, let's just build it. See if it will take it now. Let's just see if it won't work, but I just want to see if it will remove move right from that list. Okay, so it does need those defined. It didn't before, but okay. Makes sense though, because these are blueprint native. And technically we are calling them up now in that callback function. So we do just need to define these. And the reason I'm doing them one at a time instead of at mass is I want to make sure I don't accidentally define the non-definable ones at the top here that get picked up by the .gen file. Otherwise, yes, this would be just one highlighting of everything and implementation of everything. Okay. Close that out now, please. Thank you. Let's build now. There we go. Now, we don't only move forward will work, but we just want to make sure that move forward actually works. My mute button still doesn't work on the Steam Deck for some reason. I have to fix that. Sorry about that. I like that warning down there. Okay. Let's go to player controller. Okay, well, this is going to create a bunch of issues in a moment anyway. But whatevs. File, reparent, and then we want player controller base. We're going to compile again. Cool. And then we want to delete this. All right, now we should still be able to walk forward if we've done this right. Actually, everything else should still work too. All right, we have not done this right. What's going on? So, stop that, please. We want to put a breakpoint here. And then we're going to hit play again. Wait for it to load. So that is triggering. I'm hitting the wrong button. You know what? I'm just going to hit F11. Okay. Let's go to our player character base then. Let's select that as our thing. Hit continue. Okay, let's put a breakpoint there. be why it isn't working anymore. Okay, let's plug that into there. Plug that into there. Get rid of this breakpoint. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how I realize that's most likely going to be the issue. Of course, I am dead wrong. Cool. What we're going to do actually is we're going to hit stop on this again. We're going to put our breakpoint here. And we're going to hit play. It should instantly trigger that breakpoint once it starts. Okay, let's hit forward by 1. We have that information. Okay. Why is that a false? I like how it's called some interface. Okay. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, sorry. I forgot to actually inherit from the class. There we go. That was, yeah, dumb of me. What gave that away to me, by the way, was the fact that this didn't get set as true. And the only reason I can think of it not being set as true, given that we implement the events, is we don't inherit from it. Which I'm actually surprised this successfully compiled to begin with, knowing that, but... Yeah. My phone was with me. Now I don't know where my other is my phone. Go back to the charging pad, please. Thank you, phone. Okay. Let's just make sure this is still set up correctly. It is. Awesome. Hit play. I really should have left that breakpoint in for the test, but whatevs. Oh, hey, I did. Cool. F11. That's still being set as false. What is going on here? Interesting. I'm going to hit continue anyway. Oh no, this is being called now. Cool. There we go. Okay. So we are all sorts of working. Okay, cool. We can tuck this off to the side for now. And then let's get rid of that. We don't need that. What we do need to do is go here. Get rid of this breakpoint. And just copy these two lines. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Copy all of that. Paste that there. Paste that there. Paste that there. Get rid of that loss of a space. Paste that in for each of these, because only one word in each of them is changing. And to make my life a bit easier, we're going to move the header file for that over here with the other header files. All right, we haven't declared them yet, so we're going to do our move right next. So let's find what we called it in our character base. and we call it trigger move right, which we need to fix. So we're going to rename as move right. All right, this one being called in one spot like expected. And this one should be being called in two. And it's being called in two. Right. So we're going to call this one trigger move right. Probably should have copied this first. Cool. There we go. Grab that from there. Paste that in. Grab all of this. Come back here yet again. Paste that in. And copy that line one more time. Not how I wanted to do it, but hey. So long as one is on one line and one's on another. All right, then we're going to define this. And this is going to be move right. And then access value. Okay, let's grab the name here. Trigger move right. And this is our move right implementation. So, hey, we can do that. Now that error is going to remain for a bit until we rebuild because it hasn't generated the execute macro type, or it hasn't used the macro to generate the execute type yet. Okay. Next we have is turn. So let's come, oh, we're going to do apparently look up first. So we're going to rename this just as look up. Again, it should only be in one spot. It is cool. This one should be in two like before. This is going to be a bunch of rinse and repeat, unfortunately. As I keep losing my voice. It's called in two spots. It's called in the two that I'm expecting it to be called in. Copy this. And it is trigger look up now. All right, we're going to take that and we're going to move it here. We're going to paste it in. Take this line, paste that in. Grab our implementation type, method, name, what have you. Hello, IntelliSense. I don't know why you're taking so long. It's actually bugging me. There we go. And it is look up. And it is access value. Okay. Let's take the name again. Let's go to our look up implementation. Change that. Then we have our our turn implementation. So let's go back up here and fix up our turn. And we're going to rename this as turn. Not sure why I copied that at the end there. It's being called on one spot as expected. And likewise, we'll do the same for our turn implementation. Two spots, the two that are expected. And then we'll copy this. And it is now turn. Now to make my life a tiny bit easier, instead of doing what I was just doing a second ago, I'm going to copy these two, just paste them in. And holding my Alt key down, I'm just going to do that. There we go. And then we're going to define this. And it's turn access value. Cool. And then we're going to come back into here, I guess, and grab trigger turn. Okay. Oh, sorry, I had to take a breath there for a moment. You know, we probably could do this check once up here, but I'm going to leave it in each of these. All right, so is it our walk state next? Let's take a look. We're going to do it in the order in which they're called up in our character base here. I know we've coded it. Where is it? All right, let's just go into here where I know I can find it probably faster, which is sad to say. Trigger. Okay, it is called trigger. Cool. Trigger flashlight, trigger alert, trigger. Yep, okay. Really, these all. This is actually not a zoom event, it's movement. And it really shouldn't be here. That should be up here. Okay. Now let's rename these, just like we did earlier. We're going to get rid of the word trigger. We're going to bring it in. Seriously. All right. There we go. We're going to hit apply. How are you doing, by the way, Jerome? We're going to do this again here, and we're going to remove the walk state bit, or the trigger bit from the walk state. It's called in 2 spots like expected. Okay. Now, this one's a fairly easy one. We copy all of this. We paste this in. We get rid of the argument because this one doesn't take an argument. And it's change or trigger change walk. Okay. Let's copy this. I lied. Let's not copy that. Let's copy. Oh, I probably should copy the name, but whatever. You can get rid of this. And let's pop back here. There we go. And let's define this. This is change walk state. Okay, now I've made a slight boo-boo a second ago, or several minutes ago. Not sure what that pop-up was about, but okay. And that is, we pop back over to the player controller base. Well, this change walk state doesn't need an argument. It just needs a player reference. So, slight boo-boo is we copy this in spots where we don't actually need it. In fact, actually what I want to do is that. Okay, there we go. Slight problem in doing that, though. Now they're all tagged as incorrect, which I was using to track which ones I had done. Okay, so change walk state we've got. Cool. Start run. Let's see if that's actually what's next on here. Ooh, that's an interesting question. How do we do start run? Trigger run is what we've called it. Again, these also these should be up with the movement type, so we're going to bring this under our trigger walk state here. Did I copy the wrong ones? I just want these sets, sorry. And paste them here. Cool. This should just be run at this point. This should be run implementation. Okay, and let's pop back here. And this will be run or trigger run. While we're doing this, let's just rename this one. So since I'm already here, if it will let me, thank you. For some reason, Control Shift S was not working. And it's literally just running. I don't care. It's 3 letters. This one is a little bit easier to hunt down if I get it wrong. Okay. run. And let's just define this as run. Okay. Next on our list after run is our end run, which is really triggering walk. So we're going to call that trigger walk in our thing over here. So we'll just take all of this, copy, paste, trigger walk, grab that, change that out. Okay. Bring this. Actually, we'll come back to that in a moment. We need to rename this one first. And this is going to be walk. Now, I might run into an error where it's being called in more. Yep. We don't care about those. We only want it on the one we set it to. And there it is. Okay. Rename. Now, this one shouldn't be called anywhere already. That's why I paused when I realized what was going to happen. All right, good. Now we can paste the walk ones in. Okay, so this should be trigger walk. And then we're going to, again, very quickly do the same thing we've already been doing. Walk. Okay, here we go. Next on our list is focus, our start and end focus. So I'm pretty sure that's in the wrong spot as well. I'm going to move these up because they should be before the alerts. I didn't do them at the proper spot because I know they weren't going to be right in the other thing. We're going to rename this as focus. It only gets called in Blueprint. And so we don't have the duplicate. Excuse me. And again, trigger focus. And then we're going to do trigger end focus. Let's grab these. Nope. Don't do that. I lied to you. Grab this bit here. And we're just going to paste it in twice. And it'll be trigger focus. And just make sure that I didn't typo on the E at the end there. No, I did not. Or on the word trigger. And then it's going to be trigger end focus. Okay. Let's just define this one. And then it is focus. And then end focus, of course, will be end focus. Or trigger end focus will be end focus. Okay. So, oh God. Well, I made a boo-boo there at least, and I caught it. Let's go fix that. There we go. That would have returned an error of some epic proportions had I let that run through. Right, so let's just grab the trigger focus name here, and it's gonna be trigger focus, and then let's do the same down here for trigger end focus, and then we have our flashlight. So let's see how we've done our flashlight up here. Let's get rid of this extra space. Sorry. It's called trigger flashlight, so we need to change this to just flashlight. All right. This should only be called in one spot. It is. This one should be called in two, plus the blueprints. All right. Get rid of that. Yep. The two we're looking for. And I'm not sure why I was about to copy that. Boom. And this will be trigger flashlight. All right. And let's just put that in there quickly. Thank you. You know what? I don't mind doing it. You know what? I'm going to do it the way I've been doing it already. Boink. Boink. Trigger. Flash. Light. Apparently I missed one of the Terminators there. And all this is going to do is call flashlight. Okay, there we go. Now, if we close out the editor, this should now have taken care of everything we had in there. Or on the docket to do for it. This chair is getting worse by the day. Okay, my character base, especially in case not consistent. Where the heck did I define these? E movement type. That is the wrong one. E movement type. Okay. Cool. All right, why aren't you consistent? Let's find the references to this. Still searching. I see the issue. Crud. All right, we're gonna have to rename these all as set. So it'll be set run. Which we now should have 2 references for. We're gonna have more than 2. So we don't want it on these. We want it gonna just do it on the ones I've selected, which is the function call and the definition here. So when we do this, Jesus. I might have just broken a lot of things. I might just do this by hand at this point, honestly. In fact, since I know exactly where these are being called. I'm not sure why I'm scrolling down there. All right. Yeah, you're good. You're at the bottom here. Okay, there we go. Get rid of that. And we're building. We has successes, yos. All right, let's see it load up. All right. And let's go into a player controller and do that. Let's hit play. I can still move. I can still walk. That's working. Okay. Torch doesn't seem to be working. That's working. All right, that's working. I like the fact that it takes a moment for it to move. Now, the thing about the controls I am going to change just to make this a bit more evil. Which is to say, I'm going to set it so that when you're in the air, you can't actually spin. All right, things are still working. Cool. So flashlight's not working. And well, let's see why flashlight isn't working. Trigger flashlight. Trigger flashlight. That'd be why. Okay. Also, while I'm doing this, let's go to character base here. Let's get rid of the trigger on this. Okay. Let's find our turn event. And what we're going to do is, no, I don't know what this function actually is in C++. So we will Google it really quickly. Let me just grab this. And what we're going to look for is UE5, not UE5, UE5, get if in air, or get if falling, CPP is falling. You're going to be, yep. UE5 is falling CPP. U character movement component is falling. Cool. And remember, this is always giving us weirdness in how we have to do this. So give me a second. I searched the wrong thing. Yeah, current project. Interesting. Right. consumption. Where I want to look is related to the mag boots. It's gonna be in the player character base. And what we want is get character movement. That's the part I'm looking for. Okay. I went right past it without realizing. Okay. So in the turn event, what we're going to do is get character movement. We want to do is falling. And we only want to do this when this is not true. So it's going to be an if is falling. There we go. Okay. Now let's rebuild this and make sure this works. Sorry, I was just responding to a friend really quickly. All right, and there we go. Let's go ahead and hit play. Now, for those of you playing the home game, we can get rid of the BP player controller, by the way, now. Don't think we have any references we use with it. All right, walkie, flashlighty. Also, I can no longer move while I'm in the air. Okay, there we go. All right, so everything is back to where it was. Here we go, and we can pop into here again. Do we use you for anything in here? Nope, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. If we legitimately do not use you for anything, outside of game mode, then we're gonna pop over to game mode and switch that out for player controller base for now. Go ahead and compile and save. Just save all real quick. And just because I'm a paranoid person like this, fix up redirectors, pop back to core, pop back to player, find our player controller, and let's take a look at our reference viewer again. And all we're doing from here is referencing the player, and we're doing that with this variable. So if we get rid of that, compile and save, and we pop this back open. Let's go to reference viewer. Sorry, we got nothing there anymore. This is literally just an empty thing. We're gonna move that into delete. Pretty sure you're not being used by anybody. Except for the prototype thingy, which we've already moved over there. So you can join them in delete. Okay. There we go. We now have our movement component finished in C++, our base character in C++, and our base player and player controller in C++. Now, given that, and we also did a lot of cleanup as well, we updated a bit of the movement, just a very tiny bit, literally just one thing. Now, we will then begin converting this dude over to our correct class, because if we pop him open, where is he located? He'll be in core, and he will be in NPCs, and because we have our behavior tree there, which we'll probably keep in Blueprint. He is a child of our character class. Now, we want him to be a child of our BP character base. So that's what we'll take care of next week. We'll begin converting that over and bringing in the AI. And then we'll start working on our interactables. We can start getting rid of our test warehouses, the 2 that we have, and start fine-tuning things to fit a bit of gameplay. Right, so I don't think there's any point for me doing anything in terms of what's on screen. So instead of that, with our last few minutes, does anyone have any questions they want answered? Anything they're curious about? Anything they're stuck on in the tutorials or what have you? And, give me 1 second. Ow, my eye is burning. I'm gonna adjust my contact. I'm still here. I'm just, fixing my contact up. Sorry. Just responding to my friend again. Alright, let me get the chat back up. So yeah, any questions, concerns, delusions of grandeur, anything that people... Any tutorials that people of mine... Do not ask me about other people's tutorials. That would not be nice of me to respond. Not that there's anything bad that I would say, but it's not my place to... Because I don't know what the tutorial might entail from someone else. So I don't know if I'm going to steer you in the wrong direction or not. Unless I, too, have done the tutorial. But yeah, no. Any questions, concerns, comments, delusions of grandeur? So people are aware, the tutorial series that I am prepping on Saturdays, I have begun to record now. I've done 3 recordings. None of them are the coding tutorials yet. So yeah, there is that for you to look forward to. In addition, I will be continuing to work on the RTS code that will be coming out for the, sorry, doing contact again. They'll be coming out once they'll be coming public, that is, once I finish finish editing, because I've already recorded it, all of Section 2. I've actually started into Section 3. Unlike the original series, we'll be doing it in a different order. It will go camera, time, and UI for time, buildings, resources, player. And the reason I can do it in that order this time around is I've already done it once in the other order, which is how I knew, which cut down on iteration. But this time, because I know what I'm including for what, I know what iteration, what I need to iterate from that code to make it sit together. And it's a bit less hectic for me to work with. I am also going to quickly message a friend of mine, telling them I'm judging their game choice for playing Valorant. Don't at me, yo. Don't at me. Right then, if there are no questions, then I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:30 BST on this channel, of course, where we will continue with our prep. This video and the series and all the live streams and everything I do on this channel are brought to you by Patreon sponsors. And you too can help support this channel, and all you have to do is hit that like button down below. It really does help this channel and the community out. In addition, if you haven't already, if you haven't already, then make sure to hit the subscribe icon and turn on notifications so you know when these videos happen, or if there's a delay like today when I actually go live. Again, sorry about that delay. And if you want to take your support just a bit further, consider becoming a Patreon sponsor. Patreon sponsors at almost every tier get access to the tutorial videos early. And at those tiers and above, get access to the tutorial projects. Now, there are some differences there at those tiers. Some get instant access. Some get access once I've run the series on YouTube. Now, I didn't do this at the start, I know, but hey, it's the end of the video, and I've been sat here hanging out with you guys for 3 hours and 58 minutes, plus about 20 minutes of me beating on my router. All right. I look forward to seeing you either in the next live stream, which again is tomorrow. Sam, if you can hear me, you do not need to apologize for something out of your control. All right, I will see you hopefully all tomorrow. And if not, I hopefully see you on Monday. And either way, I hope that you have a wonderful day.